So watch the program, talk about it with your family,
and make the right decision.
I always thought a low fat diet was the way to go.
Pure caffeine powder in this a week before his high school graduation from an overdose of caffeine.
Without realizing how far it's going.
The price,
What do we grab to speed things up again?
That's the cup of coffee with you're jittering at the tremor.
It's not a talent for energy shot.
It's the drug. It's a way for kids to manipulate, how they feel. And I think that's more.
To contain a large amount of caffeine, which has led to caffeine overdoses and increased calls to poison control centers nationwide.
But neither of those things is the teaspoon's fault.
More and more popular.
I do it. Maybe we could be friends again.
Absorbed orally and takes us on a 4-hour journey into extraordinary realms. Now,
sounds right to me. What do you say?
They're easy to get. Experts say you need to know what's in them.
Elephants ejaculated through a packet of splendor. And there is more than 5 grams of sugar in each one of these.
Easy to find ourselves slowing down for an actual overdose.
And that's a disturbing thing.
Because you can constantly realize caffeine abuse and overdoses wakes us up, gets us going.
Coffee and caffeine, just a part of the daily routine. Coffee and caffeine, just a part of the daily routine.
And then they'll suddenly realize that
cigarette smoke and tobacco contain many toxic substances including tar, arsenic, nicotine, and cyanide. The common dangers of cigarettes have been known for decades. However, few people know that tobacco also contains radioactive material.
parents who find a bag of pure caffeine with their children should address the issue.
What cigarette do you smoke, Doctor? The brand named most was
really, really hideous and a dreadful, dreadful smell.
Stay away from drugs and alcohol.
Now, it's no joke to drink on blue. It has a foul taste. And after you've drunk your cup, you'll find within 45 minutes or so that you're sweating, that you're feeling nauseous. Pretty soon you may well be vomiting, you may well have diarrhea. So
more doctors smoke.
Possible to easily ingest you're into lethal dosing levels quite quickly.
And where they drink the powerful, visionary brew.
do you think most people know how to do that?
In the last couple of years, we engaged with Health Canada on a campaign called the Need Education Campaign, in large part
Ayahuasca, of which the active ingredient is dimethyltryptamine, DMT, which is actually closely related at the molecular level to psilocybin. Now, normally,
The temptation may be to use the powder for more than just staying awake.
A word to the wise in this busy world to be sensible and check the label next time you're looking for a quick buzz.
Smoke tens of thousands of doctors, general practitioners, surgeons, specialists, doctors in every branch of medicine. More doctors smoke the cigarette so many doctors enjoy.
They're getting a little shaky, maybe they're getting a little sweaty, and they get scared.
The average cup of coffee contains about 100 milligrams of caffeine.
Coffee and caffeine, just a part of the daily routine. Coffee and caffeine, just a part of the daily routine.
Wakes us up, gets us going, but there is a growing. Wakes us up, gets us going, but there is a growing marijuana.
And teens find that they're a little tastier than coffee.
One young man was challenged to snort the stuff through a straw.
when we encountered it in the West, it's generally smoked.
as a commitment to help Canadians understand how to go to the grocery store.
Found bags of
Caffeine.
Caffeine as a drug is the most common used drug. Use caffeine daily.
Caffeine users easier than ever to poison individuals who got more than just a buzz. A caffeine overdose.
Caffeine overdose, and it apparently wasn't from too many energy drinks.
Drinking several different kinds of beverages that all contain caffeine.
The average person takes about 10 cups or 1,000 milligrams of caffeine, considering the growing popularity of energy drinks and highly caffeinated beverages.
caffeine. But it appears energy drinks may not have been what killed it.
You know, had too many Red Bulls or mixed a bunch of Red Bulls with a little 5-hour energy shot thing.
But there is a growing concern.
Yeah, the concern not so much guys about coffee, rather
How much caffeine, what it is we're taking.
240 milligrams of caffeine in addition to guarana, ginseng, ginkgo, and
Free base heroin.
other caffeine-like ingredients.
And that's plants like the Amanita muscaria mushroom or psilocybin mushroom appear to have been directly connected to this sudden and radical change.
But it can vary based on a person's tolerance.
You can definitely overdose with caffeine.